So thank you very much, comrades. I recorded the previous segment to be the introductory remark. This segment will be the background and specific issues which led to the resolution of the two-third majority of inaugurated state councils to call for a special delegate conference. If you recall, the previous video was my introductory remark of the State of the Union address, and I've broken the segments of the State of the Union address into four. The first segment is this video here, and I would like to start by saying that there is a significant pattern that we have been accustomed to, which arises from collusion and corruption from social impact grants. I already mentioned that in my previous remark, and I did mention that it's a big part of the problem that we continue to face during this process of unionization. So I would have to say that collusion and corruption is a fundamental issue that led to the resolution of the two-third majority of inaugurated state councils calling for a special national delegates conference. And how do I mean by this? The genesis of the problem always starts from the threat to fractionalization. The genesis of the problem always starts from the threat to fractionalization. And what do I mean by that? You know that the last year we had the issue with IRD, the court cases. It started from there. And this time around, it has started from IRD again, how the CWC forced the return of IRD and his team down the throats of the union, and I disagreed with every one of them, that if anyone needed to be added back into the union while a matter was still in court, it would have to be a decision of the National Executive Council, and that an emergency meeting need to be called to take that decision by the neck. But unfortunately, the CWC disagreed and said the people that left should be added back, even without the consent of the NEC and myself. Taking a more critical look into the situation at the time, I started to see a lacuna, or should I say a gap within our Constitution, that there is a need for the Constitution to be amended to enable the President, in conjunction with the General Secretary or the 60% majority of NEC members, to call for an emergency NEC meeting when such need arises through the President. I also sense that there is an immediate need to train national officers on the definition of their roles as management officers and their proper orientation on how to perform those duties. So another specific issue, we're on the segment one now, and we're talking about the specific issues that led to the two-third majority of state councils calling for a special national delegate conference. Is that a series of events which began from the criminal defamation case which was filed against Emeka Emurele on June 2nd, 2025 by myself. I believe that the Comrade Emeka was invited to the police station around June 13th, 2005, where he alleged on the WhatsApp platform, what led to his invitation to the police station was on the WhatsApp platform, he alleged that I squandered 40 million naira during the last ELN conference, that I manipulated and altered committee appointments within the union in order to favor myself, and that a company called Simply Right promised me financial benefits in a house that I sabotaged the interest of the union doing this. He also alleged that I entered into undisclosed deals with the former General Secretary to collect money from Solidarity Center. These things really touched my heart. I don't know why in the world he would have said anything like that. I felt I needed to get justice, and but there was a reason why he did those things, and I have forgiven him and moved on from that incident. So after his invitation on June 13th, 2025, he wrote a petition. These are some of the series of incidents that led to the 2/3 majority of state councils calling for the SNDC. So he wrote a petition against me to disciplinary committee on the 13th of June. Then he wrote then on 14th of June, the CWC convened a meeting. That will be on the 16th of June, actually. On the 16th of June, convened a meeting to constitute a disciplinary committee. On June 22nd, while I was presiding over a CWC meeting, it was when my system, because I'm using a desktop system, so the electricity went off, the system went off at a time, and the next morning I saw that the CWC had passed a vote of no confidence on me without any disciplinary procedure whatsoever. And so it then meant that the reason why the disciplinary committee was reconstituted in a meeting that I was not aware of, or the acting general secretary was not aware of, was to carry out disciplinary actions against me in favor of the CWC. So and you then see that the CWC went further to publish disgraceful information regarding me about a vote of no confidence, and then you see that that happened on June 23rd after several agitation by NEC members, and the CWC still failed to call for the emergency NEC meeting. The 2/3 majority of state councils now applied the Article 6 and 7 of the Autumn Constitution to call for an SDC. So this is 8 minutes already. I'll stop this segment here. I'll begin the segment 2, which will examine Article 6 and 7 of the Constitution and the prayers of the 2/3 majority of inaugurated state councils in their call for an SDC. Thank you very much.